last time on FableSMP. Rae, wanting to investigate the power that he has kind of not recently discovered, but been more focused on with the bubble ability, he went to the End to investigate the End prison, as it looks like the only thing that really looks similar to what he does. And he definitely didn't go alone. Both of his partners went with, and they went up to invite Wolf. Centros was there, so those two came along. Ended up being rather helpful, as Centros knows the most of the End out of all of them. And when they first went and looked at the End prison, Rae was able to manipulate the barrier surrounding it. Got all of them a bit spooked, but a bit of answers. So they went on to go and look around the End more, let Centros show them around a bit. For the first time, Rae got to see an End city, where beneath it they found a library, which was rather exciting for Wolf and Rae to realize that they did in fact come in other dimensions. And then they found some things in that library. A storybook about two children living on the streets. A book that no one should be able to have written about Axe waiting endlessly, scratching 4 tallies on a wall over and over again. And finally, the logs of an Enderman captain reporting how many people the Violent Reaper had slain. And Rae was confronted violently with the realization that Centros has killed many people. Something that Centros has never lied about. Centros has been very straightforward, but Rae had never believed him about it. Rae had never let himself believe it. Okay. Well, I have some things for the archive. Actually, well, first thing, I made a copy of the medical notes, because I shouldn't be the only one that should know. I want these to be able to teach people. I don't know how to spell encyclopedia, so we're just gonna say notes. Off the top of my head. Then we have the story about Axe. The story about the kids. And some books I don't really know how to place yet. I know we have these storybooks. Let's see if we have others. I think we do. Is there Aether Gods? That's a book I'd kind of like to leave in the corner. We can put these ones here. How's that? This can be 4. This can be alone together. 4 and alone together. I don't like where I left things with Centros. I left with a shitty excuse and could tell that it hurt. Okay. I didn't know what to say. Well, he's not going to be there. That I know he's not there. I know he never lied. I think I just wasn't sure what to do in that moment, and I didn't want to say something wrong in front of him, and so instead I left, and that was also wrong. Okay, we'll see if he's here. Sandros? I hope. Sweetheart. Okay. Okay, I don't think he's here either, huh? It means he's probably out in his house by the stronghold, then. Okay. Be careful of the glowberries. Yeah, they're a little tangle prone, I think. I don't know. I think I made the right choice in leaving in that moment. Because I didn't want to say something stupid that would hurt worse. I probably could have said it better. But I think taking a moment to compose my thoughts was probably the best thing. Taking a moment with Caspian and an axe to help. Okay, there's the Stronghold Village. So he's the best of two bads. Yeah. Let's see. Oh.
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
I came to talk to you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. I wanted to apologize for the other day. Leaving just really abruptly and like that was not great.
There's nothing to apologize for, Ray. That is a very good response. There's not anything that I think that there's just not anything that I think that you did. You responded in a way that makes sense. I mean, it was a lot to remember. And I can only imagine what it felt like when you first heard those lines from someone else. Another source. So,
I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't leave because I was scared or anything, if that's what you think. I left because in the moment of realizing that I had been a bit of a dumbass and I didn't want to say something wrong because you've never lied about this. You've never lied about what you did or who you were or who you are. And I stubbornly didn't listen. It took me off guard. I'll admit. it took me off guard.
Which
And-
is valid. But I guess the way that you looked at me at that time is the way that I look at myself in the mirror. And I can't get it out of my head.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry for what? You've done nothing wrong. Only one of us has. That would be me. It's the reason why they follow me around.
You've mentioned it before. The souls you see or hear. It's them, right? The Endermen that you killed.
Yeah. It's all of them that have been slain by me, yeah. It's better to ignore them to try and acknowledge their existence sometimes.
Yeah.
But they're never far. And they feels like a massive ball of stone on my shoulders anytime I try to acknowledge them.
Yeah. And then it was very violently reminded with I should have told Wolf to stop.
No, I don't think you should have. But I won't forgive. I haven't. I don't expect them to. And I don't expect you to. Or any of you to, for that matter. I think that look is well deserved in my direction. Even if it's subconscious. It still is there. But I don't want to be the same person I was then. I want to be better.
I think I finally figured out something kind of like that. I've been in the archives trying to figure out in my head of something that Oshi said to me a while ago was, how can I be so harsh on myself and yet forgive you and Sherbert so easily? And I don't know. I think that's why I ran away, was because I was suddenly forced to very much think about, how can I want to be friends with someone who's done terrible things?
Unspeakable acts of horror.
And I think I found my answer. I don't know if I don't think I am the person to forgive. I don't think that's my place for some of the things that you've done. But I so badly want to be here to see you be that better person. I want that for you. I want that for Sherbert.
I want you to see that in all of us. Those who have wronged others.
I'd like to still be your friend.
Would be nice. I would very much enjoy that. But
What if I hugged you about it?
Fine. You're a fool, Rae. Morningstar.
I think you've called me that a lot. Centros David Mistvale.
You were the most kindest fool I think I've ever met.
I'm glad.
And even though my actions do not go unseen or unheard by many, I'm glad you're willing to try and look past them. It gives me even more of a reason to be a better person.
Yeah. So what are you doing all the way out here?
I have to empty out my shulker boxes because I may have been in a mine for the last... How long have we been back?
2, 3 days? A couple.
Fair. I went on a... I went and hung out with Art for a little while. We did a little bit of a friendly date after we came back, and then I've been out here.
Mm-hmm. That's good. I've been... I so have totally not just been in the archives.
Yeah, it's crazy how we both went to our comfort places, and you read books and I broke stone with enough force to fill 6 shulker boxes.
You have 6, so I only have 1.
Well, listen, a man needs a lot of shulker boxes.
I guess I'm not a man.
Stone.
Damn.
Not the context I was trying to put there. It came out wrong. I apologize, Rae. But it's cold out here and quiet. So I tend to stay out here when I need some time alone and away from people.
Sorry for intruding your alone and away from people time.
To be fair, I think it might have been the best course of action, I would have to say. Because normally I don't come out here very... I haven't recently because of Wolf and you and everybody else. So I've been not needing to come out here. And, well, that reminded me of why I might need to come out here. Also, I need food. Do I have food? I don't think I have food.
Would you like half a stack of golden apples? I lied, not half a stack. You can have half of my stack.
But why do you have... Well, that's a lot of food.
I don't know.
That's a lot of expensive food.
Caspian had it.
I have potatoes, it's fine. I also have bread.
There you go.
But
I'm glad.
My offer still stands, by the way, to take you to the end and show you what's left of the Temple of the Mind.
Are you sure?
My demons still haunt me to this day, Rae. It won't change whether I'm here or there.
I mean,
And
I'd like
besides,
to see it.
You've seen it in visions on numerous occasions, from what I understand.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time for you to go see it in person. Maybe you'll find an answer there.
I'd like that, if you're willing.
I wouldn't be willing if I wouldn't have offered, fool. Come on.
Ah, no more. No.
It's my basic emotional affection.
Yeah,
Or
you've like infected me and made me.
also do the same. It's crazy how you, me, and Wolf now do the same thing most of the time.
It's almost like spending a month together in very close quarters. Could do that to a person.
Do that to a great many people.
Right, I'm gonna get out my extra rockets this time. Bonus rockets. I broke the ice.
How did you? How? What? Did you...
My pickaxe was a little too good. Okay.
Okay,
Just
yeah,
took a little frigid dip.
A little bit too cracked.
Little cold dip for the lungs, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
Now I'm gonna watch you spin down the stairs again.
Wait, hold on. No, you don't need to bring it to light again. Listen, it's just how I walk down these stairs. It's the most efficient way possible.
Mm-hmm. Totally believe you.
Okay, last time you hit the stairs and broke your legs. Okay, I don't want to. We repaired them with magic, and I don't want to. You don't get to talk.
Uh huh.
Okay, that's on you. That's an L, Chief.
Up.
Okay, well, you know, now you're just being a show off. No, I will say this is the most I've gone to the end since coming back.
Yeah. I was gonna ask. I don't think have you been back since?
No. I had originally planned on showing Wolf around because Wolf seems to have memories of, well, not memories, but like feelings, I guess, of the place.
Yeah.
Like it feels familiar to them, so I don't know. I thought maybe I could help Wolf kind of understand, maybe even find more out about himself.
Yeah.
Especially after Hilarion called him a traitor.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, Saraza said that I would find peace in the end, and that was a goddamn lie, so it's fine. Like, very clearly not correct, but thanks anyways for trying, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
I'm glad that you and Wolf have been helping each other.
it's strange, because Wolf, I don't know, it just feels natural.
I'm glad.
So, I tend to... I find myself going to Wolves when I need to. And even when I don't feel... I don't know. I don't know. It's this way. It's this way. Don't you laugh at me?
I don't know.
You totally were. I heard your chuckle.
I just think it's nice that you guys can, you know. I'm glad that someone else has been able to be there for you.
I only met Wolf because of you. Don't forget that.
Oh.
Emphasis on what's left. It's significantly different than it was.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't look like this before.
It was... Don't mind me eating half a stack of potatoes, it's fine.
Would you like something else, sir?
No, it's fine. I got potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
No, you take your cooked cod, damn it. Yours. I don't want your cod.
No.
No, it's been like this since the beginning, since I made it back here.
Yeah. It used to have a statue, right?
Yeah, in the back area.
What's this?
Place I put an item of regret.
That's fair.
It's no longer there, but I don't wish to have it around me when this unnecessary.
Fair.
So no, it used to be here.
Did you?
It was, huh?
Did you see that?
See what? Nothing has changed.
I can let me out.
Rae?
Please. I'm sorry. That I.
Are you okay? That's what I care about. Are you fine?
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It wasn't here. It wasn't here. It was. It was her.
It was who? You're not giving much context, right?
And Darian. It was her. I knew she was alive. I knew she was alive, but I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her since when we first opened the portal. She's stuck somewhere. She's upset about it, and she can't get out.
Are you telling me that Darian's alive?
She is. She hasn't. She didn't die from what Fable did. She's been trapped, and I don't know where that is. And she's sorry. It's been a long time since I actually heard her actively, like not just a dream.
Oh, I
It threw me off.
That's
Something's...
fair, but you're okay, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay.
Good. Okay. I'm glad that you're fine at least. You're saying that she's trapped somewhere?
Yeah. Something happened when Fable tried to kill her. She either went somewhere or he put her somewhere, but she can't get out now.
I didn't give you the chance to explain much of that vision, did I?
No, it was kind of go in and go for it.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm glad that she's alive. I
think she can't get out because of the power that I have now. The thing that let me touch the end prison and mess with it.
You're talking about the ability to shrink that like protective shield around it?
Yeah. I think it's Endirian's power. I
mean,
you know how she wanted to turn me into a vessel?
Yeah, no, I remember.
I think she succeeded. I think that's why I have it. She does it now, so she's stuck.
Well, then
Because
you're not a vessel then, right? Because wouldn't that mean you have a portion of her? Or is the power the portion?
I think it came with the portion. I mean, I have the scar that should be on her chest from Fable stabbing her.
Wait, you do?
Mm-hmm. The ender marking thing on my face goes down my torso now.
Okay. I'm sorry, this is a lot to take in, and
No, it's okay. I've been avoiding thinking about it most of the time. It's why I didn't want to look more into the bubble power until it showed that it was useful in protecting people from the warden. So then my own stubbornness on not wanting to think of it wasn't worth more than being able to help people and protect people from what I turn into.
well, it's not you. It's a thing inhabiting you. It's not you though, right? And to be fair, you mentioned it, and it briefly crossed my mind, but I think Endirian may have used the bubble on me, or put me in a bubble at a point.
Really? You've seen her do it?
Not only the aftermath, only being inside of one. When at the beginning of this reset, I was in one, I think. I don't know if they're the same thing.
That's how you knew. You never forgot. You never forgot. Because you were in one. Wait,
Which
if you
means-
never forgot because you were in one, they're affected differently. By the we have a book that Perix wrote that said that something weird was happening and she knew, but Endirian had forgotten. Perix worked in the end prison, which was another bubble.
Yeah. Which means that Endirian had nothing to do with the resets.
Yeah.
So she continued to forget, which means she didn't even know that her power could do that.
Yeah. God, it's no wonder why Caspian thought he was from a completely different world. He went from a reset into a bubble that potentially didn't, and then came out to a world that looked completely different than the one that he was supposed to have shown up from.
He's just from a different...
It's just from a different reset, not a different world.
Yeah.
That means if I can figure out how this works, I can't stop the reset, but I could stop what happened from happening again.
Well,
right?
Do we know
Like
how reset starts? I still don't understand the concept, because it happened when I tried to kill everyone, right? So
yeah. So there's too many variables in that.
We don't know how it starts.
No.
So we have to try and figure out how a reset starts.
Yeah, it won't be much help if I can stop it if I don't have any idea how it starts.
Okay. Well, Okay.
Everything there. It could have been any one of us. It could have been that Illyrion was there. It could have been the tree. It could have been...
Well, Illyrion... Last reset, Illyrion wasn't whole, was he?
No, he wasn't.
I don't think it's connected to her. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it the tree itself? That doesn't make... Wouldn't the tree itself...
Well, the tree appeared in the reset.
Yeah, but
it
now
was
it's
here.
Covered in skulk and been affected.
But it's not destroyed.
That's
it's
true.
only wrapped around the tree. But...
Okay, so maybe...
It could...
Maybe the tree? Maybe
the tree. It could be... Any one of us.
No.
Everyone was there. Everyone was going to die.
People... Yes, everyone's going to die, but...
None of us should have had that power. Maybe it was Mambu. Maybe it's related to her. She's the lady of the world, and she remembered when we first showed up, and then something happened, and now she doesn't. Maybe if she was going to die. Or...
Maybe. But isn't Mambu and Oshi, like, tied together?
Yeah. And Oshi wasn't anyone near here.
Also, Oshi's been affected by the resets, from what I understand.
She isn't.
She isn't?
She remembers everything. I think Mambu's supposed to,
Okay,
but
so
something else happened.
Maybe it's the two of them? Then? I don't know.
Then there's the fact that things from the resets have the same aura as Sherbert. So it could be tied to them. They're tied to it, I just don't know how.
They're tied to Whack. Okay, so they're affecting it somehow. Like, the Whack doesn't...
The Whack said... The Quixis said the Whack... that they weren't doing the resets.
Quixis. Sorry, I forget that it has a name now.
It's...
Quixis.
It's weird.
Okay, so... but if Quixis isn't responsible for the resets, then that means that it's... not Sherbert?
I don't know.
We don't have enough to know what's causing them.
Yeah, right now we only have one instance that we know we know the reset happened when this happened. It's the only piece of data we have, and there's too many variables to be able to narrow anything out. We would need more, like, recounts of something that happened, but how do we even get that? How... Someone would have had to literally, like, written it down as it happened, and then reset, and we find the book.
There's one person who seems to keep track of everything written.
Who?
Ben. Maybe Ven has an answer.
That's another point. I went on a little bit of an arc, and put up a bunch of signs in the town hall because I was trying to organize my thoughts again. I'm trying to figure out the timeline of what happened, of the war, and when the resets actually started. Because Ven doesn't have any Ven doesn't remember the war ending. I don't think anyone does. I don't know how the war ended. Because Ven was still sure that Fable and Soul were supposed to be in peace talks.
But Soul is now
the Wither.
The Wither.
And Ven worked for Fable but didn't know about Sherbert existing?
Wait,
So either,
Ven worked for Fable?
yeah, they were like a reporter for the overworld. Wrote things that I guess got like approved by him. I don't entirely know.
This makes sense
Why?
now.
What are you thinking about, Ben? Oshi said you had threatened. Wait, yeah, Oshi said you threatened him.
That is
What?
correct.
Happened.
They had told, along with my own suspicions, they had told Athena that essentially that Athena was a monster.
With their stuff about Nethrum.
Yeah. Being the god of destruction, and being only meant for destruction. Which isn't true, because if that's the case, then I'd be a fanatic cultist who would have sacrificed people to your mother. I guess in a way that actually is what I am.
No,
Either way, I told Ven that if he continued spreading misinformation, that I would deal with him appropriately. And
You
now
think
I
Ven's
know
lying?
I cannot say for certain, Ray. But from the moment that we've discussed everything about Nethrum, Soul, the war, the only tie we have has rectified and changed the writings. The things that we did have that we knew were possibly concrete
Mm-hmm.
filled the text in. I think it's just my mistrusting nature, but I don't trust Ven in the slightest. And I am willing to ensure that people can only see me in a hateful gaze if that means that I can save everyone from whatever might be planned. But I didn't know that Ven worked for Fable during the war. When I talked to Ven, it was mentioned that as a reporter, but it was not mentioned for what? Unbiased or biased. And if things had to be approved by Fable,
Ben said that they altered what they shared in one of their stories in entry 2, that it was changed from the truth so that people wouldn't panic.
people wouldn't panic or people wouldn't revolt. The only lead we have on that is Ven. And if they changed that information,
What else would they be willing to? What else would Fable be willing to?
more importantly, why? I wasn't going to bring it up because it was my own suspicion, but this makes a lot more sense now. It feels a lot less like suspicion. So I just... There's no... I don't have anything to say that Ven is doing something evil. Something nefarious. So I will not, per Oshi's request, because I do have a respect for Oshi and for everybody on the server, I do not want to openly start any wars or any combat without having something concrete.
Yeah.
But I also don't trust Fen.
I think it's at least worth being aware that we don't know all of the biases that were written into the books we have.
Yeah. No, there's not.
I've been so eager to just see Endirian as evil and the problem. And she still might be.
Nothing is black and white, though.
Yeah.
And this definitively proves that Endirian at least was not responsible for the resets.
Mm-hmm. And
if that's the case, someone else is.
Yeah.
Question is why and who.
I don't know.
I think we should try and find out then.
Yeah. I wish I knew where she was. As much as I am confused and angry, she'd have answers. Or at least another side of the story. Right now, she just sounds angry and sad. Really sad.
Being alone for a long time can make that happen. Even to a goddess.
Yeah. We should head back?
I think so. And there's been enough revelation for a day.
I know you said you have been looking at stuff. If you ever want... I mean, this has helped me think through things. So we should make sure we check in and compare notes more often.
Yeah. I guess my goal now is to try and find any shred of evidence that I'm not completely and hopelessly just loyal to your mother for without a cause.
I think you'll have to guide us back.
That I can do. No, I am. There's... Regardless of my experiences with this place, I still very much feel quite quaint here.
I will admit, I really like flying through the void.
It's commonality. Feels like the void is looking at you when you do. Watching. Staring.
They do. I've seen them before. Epros?
Epros.
They are the void.
I didn't know that the void has a name.
Yeah.
I almost tried to join it at one point.
Yeah. I know.
I saw you got rid of the bridge, by the way.
I saw you looking at it.
Yeah, I guess old habits die hard, huh?
Yeah.
The wall. There's a wall there. I know that you're... I know that you won't forgive Endirian, and I don't expect you to. But... at least from my perspective, your mother was not that bad. Each mother has their own faults, but... I think if she knew that you existed, it would have been different.
You think so?
I hope so. I think you would have deserved a pretty good childhood, Rae.
I think I'd settle for remembering any of it. All I have are notebooks that I wrote, but it's just like reading any other book. Doesn't really feel like mine. But they have my name.
Sometimes remembering your childhood isn't the most pleasant experience.
That's fair.
But I hope it's different for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I am. You know, I should have said this earlier, but I guess I'm terrified of your answer. So I didn't. You know, those notes that we recounted were before the reset. After the reset, after heading back into the end, I wasn't all that different. I have the logs of that time if you want to see them.
I think last time this happened because I didn't believe you when you had always told me the truth. I think this time I don't need to see it on a piece of paper. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, of course.
And you should consider maybe spending more time in your house over by Spawn. We fixed up the wall. It's not a big hole in it anymore, and
I know. I've been staying there with Hope, actually. I wanted to give the gay their space.
Everyone moved out all suddenly. We have all this space now.
I'm
a
still
little
there
weird.
occasionally. I just, with you returning and already being gone from for so long, I should have been the focus. And then, with the events that transpired a few days ago, I guess I just didn't feel like it was a proper time to have a conversation.
That's fair.
That
I think
coupled
both of
with
us needed a minute.
that and the fact that I had you to do surgery on me.
Yeah,
We never
which
really
you
discussed that.
didn't tell me that you were hurt.
I did not. And truth be told, I'd probably do it again. I'd much rather see you happy than worried. You do enough worrying without me being on the side that you need to worry about.
I guess you're not wrong. Though I still disagree.
Well, maybe I need to get used to the fact that depending on people is something humans do. And I, after all, am human.
Yeah. I'm just glad you're okay now.
Glad that that look has passed.
Me
Now
too.
only one of us has to look like that.
I'm sorry that I know how shitty it feels to look in the mirror and not really like the person looking back at you. And I'm sorry. If I could help you fix that, I would. If I knew how to fix it for myself, I would. I don't know.
Well, at least for me, I think Sarasa was right.
What?
In the end, I will. That's all that matters.
Good.
Until then, I still owe you a breakfast. I owe all of Gay a breakfast, actually.
Bring Wolf along. He seemed excited.
I plan on it. It's nice to have her Wolf around.
Yeah. I agree. I'm gonna head back.
Yeah. I'm gonna stay out here for a little while. Clear my head with some physical grunt work.
Don't go too long. You gotta fly home and go sleep with your dog. She looked all sad in there.
Yeah. I'm a pretty shit owner when it comes to the animals.
She'll wait for you.
Thank you, Rae.
I'll wait for you too.
Hopefully not too long.